When the news came out that Jordan Poole would be traded from the Warriors to the Wizards, no one could believe it. He was a young star that had tons of potential. But now that it's happened, that means if they play their cards right, the Washington Wizards could benefit a lot from this trade. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to discuss how Jordan Poole will benefit the Washington Wizards. He is undoubtedly a fantastic talent who's young and can give his team many good years. You must be wondering how he can help and how he fits into the Washington Wizards system. Well, stick around till the end as we answer this question and more as we delve into the intricacies surrounding the star hailing from the University of Michigan. And now, without further ado, let us begin. First, let me give you a little background on the trade scenario. Just around a year ago, the Golden State Warriors won the 2022 NBA championship. And in that run, Jordan Poole was so good that they nicknamed him the third Splash Brother. He seemed destined to take the throne from Steph Curry as the talisman for the Golden State Warriors and become a future Warriors legend. However, all of that came crashing to an end after the Washington Wizards traded for him in exchange for a future Hall of Famer Chris Paul. This trade sent shockwaves across the NBA and sparked a heated debate about the possible outcomes for both teams. The trade also involved former Wizards star Bradley Beal being traded to the Suns. Getting rid of Bradley Beal was a tough one for the Washington Wizards. As you all know, Beal was the driving force behind the team for a lot of years. But he wanted to move, so they opted for Jordan Poole, a young star with enormous potential, and plus they received several high draft picks in exchange as well. It's a clear long-term win for the Wizards, as they've invested in the future. And on the other hand, the Golden State Warriors received Chris Paul in the deal, a veteran who will strengthen the club with his leadership and expertise. It was bittersweet for the Warriors to lose such a young talent like Jordan Poole, who was clearly loved and played a massive role in their 2022 success. But now let us assess whether Jordan Poole was good enough for the Washington Wizards to acquire. What better way to do that than by analyzing his NBA career up until now. From being selected 28th overall in 2019 to playing a significant role in the Warriors' 2022 championship run, he has swiftly emerged as a top player in the NBA, and he's been getting better every season. Poole's most recent season was a huge step forward in his growth. He averaged 20.4 points per game, which was a career high. But his contributions weren't just limited to scoring. He also averaged 4.5 assists per game and 2.7 boards. But these stats only tell us part of the story. He was also clutch. Poole was a consistent offensive threat from anywhere on the court, as evidenced by his 43% field goal percentage and 33.6% three-point shooting percentage. Poole helped the Warriors in a lot of games by nailing clutch shots. No wonder they used to call him the third Splash Brother. But statistics only sometimes show how great a specific player is. When you look at the actual game, you'll understand how important Poole is for any team he plays with. He's got a fantastic handle. He can drive, jump, shoot from a distance, and even knock down deep threes. He's the complete package. And doing this all before even the tender age of 24 is beyond impressive. Now this all sounds great, especially considering he wasn't even the preferred starter since he was behind in the pecking order to senior players like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But he will be starting more games with the Washington Wizards, and you can bet his numbers will improve. These are exciting times for the Wizards as they're starting a new chapter under a new front office. In this new team, Poole and Kyle Kuzma will likely be the team's major scoring options. And since Beal was so important to them for so many years, Poole is going to have to step up his game if he wants to replace him. And the fact that their second scoring option, Kristaps Porzingis, also left for the Boston Celtics makes this new Kuzma-Poole combination even more critical. Poole will most likely be a starter for the Washington Wizards. But let's take a look at how much competition he has entering the starting lineup. Since he's expected to start at 2, he has a lot of options behind him. Washington has Landry Shamet, Rollins, and the 2022 first-round pick Johnny Davis. It's a role that Delon Wright and Corey Kispert can also play. And the Wizards also have Bilal Coulibaly, the number 7 pick in the 2023 NBA draft. So as you can see, he has little competition for the starting lineup. However, this all depends on the performance of Bilal Coulibaly, who has a ton of potential. And we hope he quickly adapts to the NBA, as the Wizards need quality players to fill in the gaps left by Beal and Porzingis. And let's suppose that Coulibaly does rise to the occasion and contest Poole for a spot in the starting 5. Well, considering Poole is a core player who is both experienced and young, and he's highly durable, having played in all 82 games last season and playing in 76 the year before, I doubt that a rookie would ever replace him. And Poole has shown improvement year after year, as shown by his scoring average, which has increased every single year he's been in the NBA. And he's undoubtedly going to get a lot better after playing a lot more more minutes for the Wizards compared to his Warrior days. But now we gotta talk about money, because Poole's importance to the Warriors was showcased when he signed a 4-year, $128 million contract extension in 2018. This means that for the 2023-24 season, he's going to earn $28.7 million. That makes him the highest paid member of the Wizard squad. Now, this has both pros and cons. If you spend that much on a young player, you're more than likely going to play him more often. However, there's also a lot more pressure on that player when you're the highest earning player on the team. But Poole has played alongside legendary players like Curry on the biggest stage in the NBA, so he will know how to deal with the pressure, and I am sure he will thrive after coming out from underneath the shadow of Curry and Clay. The world will see what a beast of a player Poole can become after he utilizes his potential. The Wizards are bringing in a player who, like Kuzma 2 years ago, had to play a supporting role behind superstars at his previous stop, won a championship there, and may now continue their ascent to a new start somewhere else. Kuzma was a success, considering he played second fiddle to Beal. He averaged 21.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game. Now those are similar numbers to Poole, and since both will likely be the Wizards' primary offensive and locker room leaders, their play and numbers are going to improve drastically. In the end, I would like to say that the addition of Jordan Poole is a game changer for the Washington Wizards. With his offensive prowess, durability, and strong work ethic, he's poised to lead the team to new heights. Together with Kuzma, the Wizards will rise through the ranks and aim to beat the 12th seed finish in the Eastern Conference. This will be tough though, considering they had big stars last year. But with the exciting new young core this year, things are looking positive for the foreseeable future. As the Wizards' freshest face, Poole will be at the forefront of the team's resurgence, and we can't wait to see how this new era unfolds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.